Congratulations on your decision to become an author. I hope what I have to say can assist in helping you on your journey. Let's get started. My name is April Ray. I'm author of 6 fiction books on Amazon. I started writing in 2015, my first book. It took me a year to start writing. In between, I would write little bits and pieces and put my story together. I didn't bother editing, I just collected a lot of information, a lot of research, and I wanted to um, create these slides to help you in your writing process. And I'm very happy to share these lessons that have helped me get started and gave me the confidence to keep writing because nobody will give you the confidence as much as you can give yourself the push and the drive to keep going. These are my books that can be found online at Amazon.com. Author April Ray, A Wife Scorned, Chances. You got Wife Scorned, Chances, Sweet Nothings, Destroyed by Family, and She Yearned for a Different Type of Men. Now, Scorned was put me in a very dark place and made me remember some of my relationships that I put in the book. And as a writer, you will learn to incorporate some of your life lessons or things that have happened to you in your past. Makes for a good book. Try not to add any characters that are real, personal to you. um, that being said, I mean, don't use real names of people that might get offended or sue you later. You never want to do that. But you do want to take some of your experiences and kind of fictionalize it and spice it up a little bit. That's what fiction is. It's not the whole truth, but it makes for a great story. All my books are suspense, drama. Some are short. The longest one I have is Destroyed by Family, which also has a part two here. And this is my very first book, Destroyed by Family, which took me a year. The rest of my books took me about maybe 3 to 5 months. Once you get started writing, all the stories start rushing to your head and you want to put them together. Go ahead and put them together while they're fresh in your head. Write them down. That's what I'm talking about on my next slide. Um, to begin the process of writing, what you want to do is search the internet for the rules of a writing style. You want to pick at least two. There's different types of writing styles. You can do that by going to your whether you like mystery, murder, detective. You can go into Amazon or Enoch or wherever you choose to, however you choose to read your books, read what you love and learn to put stories together as those seasoned authors have put together. They have the start, the middle, the end, climax, and suspense, and just learn how to put a story together. Then you want to practice writing on in your own words and always remember to edit later because if you edit while you're writing, you're never going to finish writing. And and don't second guess yourself. If it sounds good to you, go at it. If you don't want to write like anybody else, and if you do write like anybody else, don't copy them, please. This is your book. They've written their book. You write your book the way you want to write it. Don't ask people how they would do it. This is not their book. But you do want to read to your family members if you can. Let's see, slide number. Okay, and here are a few websites I found a big help in understanding the rules of writing. These websites are sort of elementary, but you'd be surprised how much you forget writing rules from elementary school and grammar school. So this one right here is a grammar checker and it helps you to writing rules. And this one right here is study.com where they have lessons in writing type styles and examples and quizzes. Some people might find it a bit easy and quite elementary, but to become a good writer, you have to go back to the elementary way of writing, putting sentences together, and and then you will have a better understanding. I do not know why this mark is here. It has no significance in this email, in this hyperlink. Please excuse this. I don't know what how to come. It's a typo, I guess. Sorry. And when you're ready to start drafting your story, just start. You don't have to say what I'm going to write. I mean, the story will come to your head if you start thinking about it. My stories always just come to my head when I start thinking about things in my past and just things in general. You'd be surprised the stories you'll be able to write. Some of you might want to write flash fiction. Some of you might want to write short stories. Some of you might want to write novels. Um, it's up to you, but go ahead and use a paper or your computer. Write your thoughts down. Don't worry about making sense of your story at this stage, because the best of writers can tell you they first begin to write it, it doesn't make sense, but you go back and put the pieces together like a puzzle. And the important thing is to get the story out of your head and on a piece of paper before you lose it. You might have a story in the middle of the afternoon. Get a piece of tissue or a piece of paper, anything that's next to you, and write down what you just thought about and then piece it together later. Or get your phone out and use your notebook notepad app, and start recording the speech. Put your speech thing on and start talking to in it like a recorder, and then write the things down later. And that's the end of my story. I hope to have more